Hi there, I'm John of John's Carnivorous Plants, and this is my indoor nursery. Today, I'm going to be talking about why tap water is bad for carnivorous plants. And there should be an asterisk here. Not all tap water across the United States is bad, but generally, like I was saying in my video about why you should have a TDS meter, you should always have it to be able to test your water source and also to test if you're using some kind of liquid fertilizer, how strong it is. Now, when watering carnivorous plants, it's always advised not to use tap water. And the reason being is that for most places throughout the United States, you're working with tap water generally over 50 parts per million of contamination. And when I say contamination, you're like, oh, that nasty stuff? Not in all cases. Sometimes, yes, like you could be, just like on how Michigan's notorious water pipe issues, I think, up in Flint in the area up there. It's an issue in some parts of the country that the water quality ain't quite what it should be. So because of that, if you got your TDS meter, you can see, are you over 50 parts per million? And it might even be something that your water quality report that you're getting from your company, what they're putting into the system going up to your house might be good, but from the pipes from the road up into your house could be an issue. So because of that, you might want to test your water and definitely know what's going in it. Now, what exactly is bad in the water? So, what you're reading is total dissolved solids with the ppm meter, which includes all kinds of different particulates, but also includes dissolved salts. Salts in particular are what will kill your carnivorous plants because of their ionic nature. They will penetrate through the roots much easier than other micronutrients. And with them, they also sometimes bring a lot of water or other nasty things with them that otherwise would never be able to enter into the carnivorous plant. So because of that, your tap water, if it has contamination in it of different kinds of salts or ionic compounds, I should say, is the more chemically correct term. Anything that actually has that kind of charge will be able to better pass through the root cells membrane and get into them much easier. Knowing that, that's why in most cases you'll see carnivorous plants collapse from just tap water, because things like calcium and the chloramine, I'm probably butchering that, but these things all play a role in how these plants are dying in captivity, I should say, or in your grow area, because people aren't giving them the correct water. Now, in the wild, they'd be existing in bogs, and the natural ebb and flow of rainfall and the water draining out slowly or evaporating actually does slowly degrade the salts over time, and especially as the bog floods and it's able to wash out. These things help out over time and then reduce the level of nutrition and salts in the overall soil, which is why these carnivorous plants really love those kind of places, because they're quite literally specialized at uptaking all of the nutrition from around them that they otherwise couldn't. So keeping that in mind, it's kind of just makes a little bit more sense that if you're using tap water, these plants would never see tap water. In most cases, the kind of water they're wanting to grow near is, by all intents and purposes, by total dissolved solids, is clean. But by our drinking standards, because of all the bacteria and stuff, not so much. So because of that, that's why these plants can't handle the tap water like we can. Now, for example, our system, we have a bunch more organs and stuff like that that are working to, and a lot of other biological processes that are able to maintain our salt levels a lot better and prevent excess salt from getting into our bodies. But you still can die from things like a salt poisoning, so you can't eat so much salt that you would die from it. Or if you just continually eat too much salt, you get high blood pressure and eventually could die of that. So even in us, too much salt is technically a bad thing, just like carnivorous plants, but they don't have as much going on for them biologically to regulate that as much as we do. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe if you learned something. Please visit the Carnivorous Plant Discord down in the description if you want to talk plants. Also, go check out my website so you can buy plants and support me directly. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Catch you on the next one. Goodbye.